What's up there, and welcome to my second part of the Q&A series. This time we take a look at some more questions that you submitted through Facebook, as I'll be showing one of my childhood memory games in the background, Croc, Legend of the Gobos for the PlayStation. This is Hepodix and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so let's start up with the first question that is from Hamza Itani, and he asks, Hepodix, how many games roughly do you play League of Legends each week? Well, it depends a lot on my time schedule, whether I can play more or less, but if you could put some daily amount of games I play, if I play, it's around 2 to 5 games per day. But sometimes I have more time and sometimes less, so it's very time dependent whether I can play more or less. But let's take a look at the next question that is from Arnie Jer Oskarsson, who asks, if you could create one champion, what would it be like? Roles, strengths, weaknesses, stuff like that. If I could create one champion, it will be definitely something like mage, first of all, because I like the mages the most. And it will be also very versatile. You could jungle with that champion, you could go mid or top lane, like you can do with some mages like Fiddle Jungle, Lysandre top. And definitely it will be something that's fun to play. As we sneak out to the next question that is from Stipo Vosu, who asks, what champion do you hate the most? And there was a similar kind of question from Tuomas Kosonen, who asked, what champs do you hate to lane against? Well, to be fair, I don't really hate particularly any champion, like hate, but something that just pisses off me usually are those stealthers or just the ones that one-shot the players, like Rengar can come out of stealth and just gangbang you instantly, or those Evelynn ganks can be very annoying. So those kind of champions are the least favorite, even though I don't hate them, like really hate them, so... But what champs do I hate to lane against are, I think mostly the supports are very annoying, like Blitzcrank Hook, if you get caught you're usually dead. Same kind of deal with Thresh, except that he can use the Lantern to even assist their buddies, and just so amazing and so annoying at times, especially with a good Thresh. Same goes with Morgana, that spell shield is very annoying to play against. Whether it's that mid lane or bottom lane support, Morgana. And I think for the top lane I can say Renekton is pain in the ass. He comes, he stuns you, slices and dies away, like all that time. He's just safe around the top and just pisses me off a bit. Especially when these champions are in good hands. They are very threatful to me. So let's take our next question from Francisco Batista, who asks, how many pentas have you ever done? Well, I really haven't counted how many pentakills I've done past these 4.5 years, but I could say roughly 30 to 40 pentakills, which most of the pentakills are done in Summoner's Rift with many champions to come. I just can't remember all of them. And of course some pentakills I've done in ARAM as well, but that's about it really. As we move on to the next one, that's from Luis Miguel Librando, who asks, do you add fans in your friend list in League? Actually, I do add friends and fans to my friend list in League of Legends, but the problem, like it's been all the time, is that the friend cap is only 300 in the game, as I can't accept you all because there has been more demand that the 300 can allow, so I've been taking you guys in Skype instead, because the League of Legends, that friend service is just full, so if you want to add me on Skype, you can see my information on the website, so go take a look at that. So the next one is from Simon Badge, who asks, have you been a fan of games as a child already, or did you get it as a hobby when you were a teenager? Well, yeah, I've been a fan of video games since I was a child. I remember playing some PS1 and 2 games a lot back in the day, as well as Nintendo GameCube was Epic System as well. But I also played on PC, even some DOS and other old school game classics that I happened to get my hands on. And still nowadays I'm roughly collecting video games, as I got like almost 50 games for PS1 and almost 50 games for PlayStation 2 as well. Around 10 games for NES, few Wii games, and around 10 games for Wii U as well, and some PC games too, so I really have passion towards gaming as well in general. As we move on to the last question for today, that's from Ernesto Hilbert, who asks, can you speak other languages besides English? And what are your thoughts of the US government? I don't really speak that much any other languages besides English and Finnish, of course, as it is my mother language, but I know some Swedish because we're forced to learn it in college, and I've learned a little bit of Japanese too, as I'm watching few anime series and learned that way from those. Watashi wa Hepodix, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, and my thoughts about the US government. I don't really know all the details what's going on there, because I'm not a citizen of America, but as a country I think it has its good and not too good things all around, but something that just blows my mind is the law system, how complicated it is, with its state laws and other stuff which is much deeper compared to Finnish law system and rules. But whether it's good or bad, I still think US is not a bad country and I would love to visit it someday, definitely. As I am about to conclude this video, I want to thank all the submissions that I got from you bros. Thanks a lot, and that's really about it for this time. If you want to see my previous video, you can click it right now, or otherwise you have to watch Croc die in agony and pain.